Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered! You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Welcome to a Tuesday edition of the Bostonian versus the book, everybody. How are you? Thank you for being here. Dave Sharapan, Matt Perrault. We'll be joined by our guy, Emerson Lotzia, DK Sportsbook, coming up in about 15 minutes. Here, live on our YouTube channel at Boston versus the book. Same on Twitter. Replayed on Sirius XM, channel 159, and on Sports Grid each and every night, overnight, late night. Thank you for watching, guys. We appreciate you all. Dave, at the top here, I want to wish our guy, Joseph Mogan, a very happy birthday. He said, hey, guys, today's my birthday. Your show is going to be my present to myself. Looking forward to being here and being a part of the brigade today. How about them Panthers?
How about them Panthers? Happy birthday, Joe Mogan. Wish you well, sir. Yeah, hockey season is done, and we'll talk about that. Basketball season is done, and we'll rehash that a little bit later when the hot dog guy comes on. You guys are aware there's a guy, he really likes the hot dogs. Like, really, really likes the hot dogs. And, you know, he's hot. He hangs out in saunas, and he likes the heat, and he's going to bring the heat. You guys know what I'm talking about. He'll be here shortly. I have no idea what he's going to say or what he's going to talk about. Probably bloviate about Boston and the parade, things like that. Yeah, it's summertime officially for sports. Some people are calling this the worst month ahead in all of this in sports. Is July really the worst? You've been talking about June. June was good.
July's the worst. June's not great, but July is by far the worst. July is the worst month for sports, bar none. The 4th kills everything because, like, trying to get any business done during this week is like, forget it, because this week's dead and next week is dead. So, like, you have a 2-week period where, like, no one's answering emails, no one's around, no one's, everyone's scattered.
It is pretty hard to get answers to questions, right?
And then everybody gets together back on, like, the 21st of July, and it's football season. So, like, this is like the void. This week, next week, and the week after, that is the void of sports. And once you get past MLB's All-Star game and you get into that, forget it. It turns into just complete and total chaos as we start the march towards college football. We got some cool college football stories to get to on the other side. But remember,
we'll
guys,
have a debate about that when we'll have to chat about that. That was
remember, live show from Reno. It's happening on Friday, July the 26th. That was
happening, right? It is happening.
Announcement yesterday, live from Circus Sports. The exact location with Circus Sports will be TBA, to be announced. And the time most likely is going to be 2:30 to 4:30 Pacific, local time. So 5:30 to 7:30 Eastern for the show. But all that can be adjusted based upon situations that may occur and pop up. So just a heads up on that. We are headed to Reno coming up here for the end of July, Friday, July the 26th, for the Circus Sports weekend up there in Reno, which is going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be another Circus Sports weekend coming up here in August, and we'll have an ability to give you guys a place to stay. We'll also pick you up at the airport and bring you over. Chef Benny got this last year. We have 2 of those to give away this year. We had 1 last year. We have 2 this year to give up at the end of August for the Circus Sports weekend. That all will be announced later on this summer with Circus Sports for date, time, and how you'll win it through us. But those are all things coming down the pike for us. But first, it's going to go to Reno for Friday, July the 26th.
Can't wait. Can't wait. We'll have all the official details, hopefully by the end of the week. There's Chef Benny. It was sweet getting picked up. Chef Benny was hanging out in the book. High roller. Chris Covey's going to try to make it in August. Got to talk to the wives. You got to make sure the kids are taken care of if you're going to come out. You listen, signed up a guy who flew out from California Saturday morning. He flew home Saturday night, and it was easy. It was done. We can make it work. That's going to be fun. I still have not been to Reno like this. I don't even know. We were talking about it last night at dinner. Like, what are you going to do in Reno? We're going to go do the show. I don't know what else we're going to do.
Well, if my brother comes out, we'll hang out with my brother. So we'll see if he's supposed
I
to
don't know if I'm ready for two Peralts at one time.
He's not a Peralt, though. He's a Norris. So he's actually only half me. He's half my mom. So my dad's the Peralt. He's a Norris. So that's Owen. So it's my it's the middle child of my mom's second marriage. So it's my brother and I'm 47, Ben's 45. And then it goes 31, 28, 24. Soon to be 25. And
this
25.
Is the 31-year-old?
No, this is the 29-year-old.
Oh, okay.
This is Owen. So this is where he'll be in Oakland to come on over and be a part of it. So if he does come over, it'll be fun to have him there and be so he can tell you fun stories about me. I was more of an uncle to him than a brother. I was already gone by the time he was in high school and everything else. So but that'll be fun. So we'll do all that. You guys can come over if you are in Northern California or you're in drivable distance to Reno and you want to sign up for the contest and you're like, man, I can't get to Vegas. Well, we're coming to you. So come on up. Oh no. The wife being due a week after the show might not be the best question to ask of the wife.
Wow. I mean, we've actually been doing the show with guys in delivery rooms, feedings. We have guys listening to our show during late night feedings. If you have podcasts and you want to watch the show, or you can find the podcast available that way, audio only. The YouTube channel is the @ Boston versus the book. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's growing every day. We don't deliver babies, though. I mean, we try to deliver winners sometimes. Cam came on yesterday and delivered the first goal for Hagee, 13-1. Big cash for him.
What a lucky goal that was.
What do you mean? That was luck. Tremendous deflection.
That was pure luck.
What are you talking about? That's complete skill.
It's good. It's skill to get
the puck go backwards.
It's skilled. It's skill to get your puck on it. It's skill to make the puck move. It's luck to go in. It went through a peephole
where the shot was, and he pulled it back. That's an art.
It's an art, but to have it go in is still luck. I mean, that's still a lucky shot. I mean, I think it was going 10 feet wide and it gets deflected in. I mean, it was Florida's night. That was it. We'll get into it. What happened last night? Florida won the cup. First ever Stanley Cup, 2-1. They win game 7. They gave up the game tying goal about 30 seconds later. 5-on-5 breakaways. And I literally said, whoever scores next wins. Like it just had
1-1.
Right. So it was 1-1. Whoever scores next wins. Because it just was one of those nights where, man, both teams were trying really hard after the first period not to make any mistakes. And so I jumped on under 6.5 in the first period. I jumped on the second period under. And it was, I lost my first period bet, but I had the second period. And like, guys, if you are looking at that is somewhat correlated. And we've talked about this on the show a lot, but like if first period goes under, second period over, but you inverse that. If first period goes over, oftentimes second period goes under. And that's what happened. No goals in the third period, not even an open net goal in the third period. That was like, I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought we'd see at least one open net, if not two. What were the Oilers doing with Skinner? He was in the net with 1:40 to go in the game.
He's been conservative all along in when he pulls them. And it was like it couldn't get him off with knowing. I mean, because an empty net goal, you lose the Stanley Cup. So you have to be sure that you have at least the possession of the puck.
But you're losing. You don't score, you lose.
I know, but you can't. You can score a goal even strength in the last minute too. So you have to make sure you have every advantage. You have the puck in possession, controlled, so you can't be like just breaking out of the zone. I get it. I mean, some coaches are like, you lose 3-1, you lose 2-1, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Other coaches are like, let's be sure before we empty the net and, give them a shot at scoring a goal from the other end of the ice. So I don't know. I just know I enjoyed that hockey game. That was great. it lived up to the billing. I thought when Florida scored first, I was like, all right, we're here. Let's go. And then Edmonton quickly scored after. Me and Ranieri were on. We said the exact same thing. Next goal wins. Really thought if Edmonton got it, then they were going to pull it off. And Florida got it. Played great. I have no qualms with any of it other than it's over.
I have a couple of questions. Connor McDavid became the second player to win the Conn Smythe as a loser. No points, no assists, no goals in the last two games of the playoffs.
Yeah.
He was a ghost. A ghost in the two most important games of the year.
Yeah.
And we gave this guy the Conn Smythe?
What about the other? How many games did they play?
Sure.
I mean, the reason they were there was because of him. No?
Yeah.
And the award is for the most valuable player in all of the playoffs. You'd have to make an argument.
Bobrovsky is more deserving.
Of the finals.
No, of the playoffs.
If they make the award just for the NHL Stanley Cup finals, it's probably Bobrovsky. One bad game. I mean, Connor McDavid had one bad game. He had two bad games.
Two really bad games and two really big moments. Yes, Joseph, you're absolutely right.
The reports after?
Just like the NBA. They'd made up their mind before the games ever were played. And I agree. Game 6 and 7 should have stopped him from winning it. I agree.
I have no qualms with it at all.
Okay.
As a hockey guy, I have no qualms with it at all because I don't know. I mean, you can make a case against anyone else on Florida that they gave it to. I mean, they won, but was that guy more valuable? I don't know. Draisaitl was a big disappointment, but it came out today that McDavid has an abdominal injury that requires surgery and a broken finger and something on his hand.
But I mean, that's like every player in the NHL playoffs are going to have a laundry list of things. That's just what happens. It's just what happens, guys. I don't know. I was very surprised given the fact that the books were so heavily on McDavid. And I was like, he sucked in game 7 and he sucked in game 6. It was sucked in game 6 and sucked in game 7.
Yeah.
And I'm like, does anybody care about the two most important games in the playoffs? Like, he was a non-factor.
They were down 3-0.
Okay. Is he not responsible for that? Is he not responsible for being down 3-0?
If the series, he's responsible for them coming back.
Correct.
4 and 5. He was magical.
8 points in 2 games. Incredible. Yes.
Right.
But after that, it was over. Like the voter at the game 5, really, they just stopped 4 and 5. His performances in game 4 and game 5. That was it. Like it just was done. It was not even like it's just given the award then.
Well, only a shutout road victory in game 6 would have even made an argument for Bobrovsky.
But he held no one goal in game 7. It was a breakaway goal. It wasn't even his fault. He was incredible.
How many breakaways did they give up? They gave up
5.
They were 5 for 5 in games 4 through 7 on breakaways.
Yep.
They gave up another 5 or something in games 1 through 3. How do you give up that many breakaways in the Stanley Cup Finals?
Because they're forecheck. That's what their whole game plan was to forecheck.
I know, but those outlet passes were amazing.
Yep. I mean, they practiced them and they were ready for it. Beat the forecheck by getting a puck up ice and go ahead and get breakaways. And they had multiple breakaways. And they scored 5 goals on those 5 breakaways.
Wow.
I don't know. I was surprised. He didn't come out to accept the award. I don't blame him. He was pretty bummed out. I would be too. But is he more bummed out than Corey Perry? This is a crazy stat. Corey Perry of the Oilers has now lost the cup 4 times in 5 years with 4 different teams.
When I saw him on Edmonton, I was like, oh, watch this. He'll get to the cup again and lose. I remember saying that back in March or whatever it was and going, I didn't realize it was this many times, though. What do you even say?
Bridesmaid. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
That's really not a bad gig if you can get it.
Oh, it's a lot of money.
Gig.
Oh, true. That's a lot of money too. Yeah, Corey Perry is he's the new Buffalo.
Oh, TP, are you with me?
He's the jinx.
He's the jinx.
So
Corey
like,
Perry's the mush.
I mean, here's the question. I know hockey players are pretty superstitious. Do they start to ask themselves the question of being like, we signed Corey Perry. We did what?
No.
We signed Corey Perry. Good news, boys. We're going to the Cup Finals. Bad news, boys. We're losing.
At some point, you got to win one for Corey, right?
Well, I guess
Get on the team and like, wow, this guy, we gotta win one here. How do we do it? Well, I don't know. Maybe he's a healthy scratch. I don't know. It's bizarre.
To keep him off the ice.
Maybe.
Yeah. And Corey Perry is Chris Paul.
Ouch. Ooh. Let's do that right now in the chat. You guys watching? Who's your guy that's like that? I mean, Jim Kelly lost.
For mine was Al Horford till this year.
Oh man,
Al finally won it.
Who is that guy that keeps finding his way on the teams? Like, I mean, Chris Paul's going to get that label.
Mm-hmm.
Already has it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get there and never win it. Like get there multiple times and never win it. Sucks.
Right.
I mean, Chris Paul is there and others as well. So Emerson's in the chat saying he's on his way.
I can't wait.
It's fine. It's no rush. Canadian teams are now 0-7 in the Cup Finals since 1993.
Ouch.
I mean, that's as good as you're going to get, right? I mean, that's a shot at Game 7. If you're not going to win that, you got to wonder how long is this going to go?
Linus is one of our Canadian loyal watchers, listeners here every day. I feel bad. Wow. I don't want to besmirch Canada, but how do you keep getting so close and then not just win it?
Right?
Win it.
Not winning it, you're constantly getting there and you're constantly getting right to the end, and then you can't get that damn cup back to your country. The Panthers took the cup to the beach today. They went in the Atlantic Ocean with the thing today.
How much fun is that? That's great. I love the random cup appearances.
Oh, well, they were up all night. Rightfully so. They were up all night. Matthew Tkachuk had the line of the night, though, for you Canada fans. Shout out to my fans in Calgary. You know I couldn't let Edmonton win. Matthew Tkachuk on live TV after they win the cup.
Wow.
Somehow Edmonton is catching, not just losing, but they're catching strays on national TV from Matthew Tkachuk. That's just mean.
What did he say?
I love it. It's petty. It's sports. It's great.
That's right.
But I mean, Joe Madden went to the game where he went to the game with Calgary stuff on. So,
right.
It's a bigger rivalry than I thought. I didn't think it was that big of a rivalry.
Oh, it is the big rivalry. It's the Battle of Alberta. Every game is hype. It's been fun to watch since the late 80s.
Right.
I was watching it up late back east going, these teams really hate each other. They hated each other back then with, Hawk and Lube. That was a hockey player. I'm not starting that Hawk Dewey stuff today. I'm not doing. His name was Hawk and Lube. That was his name.
There's not a better entrance point than to bring in Emerson with you dropping Hawk and Lube on TV.
Hawk and Lube. Hey,
what's up, buddy? How are you,
dude?
What?
Dude.
Hey,
buddy, I'm paying attention now. I'm paying attention. I was texting with my father-in-law because he's pissed off because 5 former Sabres just won a cup last night with Florida.
Oh,
wow. And all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, did I just hear lube? The word lube?
Yeah.
I'm like the Undertaker.
And Hawk
meme.
too.
I was just like, you didn't
just get
attention.
Up like that. You got up. You got up. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I got up. I was just up in the sauna. Matt, you didn't say anything when I texted you that hot sauna video of myself.
I told Dave, I go, I'm not ever pressing play on a video of a man in a sauna. I'm never pressing play. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to know. I'll look at pictures. I'm okay with still photos, but you sent me a video of you in the sauna. No, thank you.
I just wanted you to meet my friends in there. You know what I mean?
I'm sure. I have no idea what that
nice
means.
Guys in there.
Yeah, that reference could be taken 15 different ways. So like,
man, I have missed you guys so much. And Dave,
hold on.
No,
on a
can I,
this
let me
business
say
thing.
something. Before you go off on me, Dad. You were
He's
texting
going
me
to.
all last week on Thursday
Yeah.
when I was at the Travelers with my buddy Howie.
Uh-huh.
And I did want to join you guys, but I was like shooting a bunch of videos and pics on my phone all day. And by the time 3 o'clock ran around, when I texted you, my phone was on 1%, buddy.
2%.
It was. Do you think I would ever not want to join you guys and hang out with the incredible people of the BVB Brigade? Like, come on, you were. That was the first time you were ever mean to me, and I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to Matt because Matt's usually mean to me, not you. Come on, man.
So I text you when I see you're at the Travelers. So I'm like, this is perfect. Go in the woods, set up the phone with the shot in the background. Just go in the woods so nobody sees you because you're like,
That's where the bikers
talk.
have sex.
I can't talk. I'm at a golf tournament.
Who? What?
can't-
Bikers? What?
The bikers, yeah, you know, for Happy
Bikers.
Gilmore. You know, there's two bikers
Oh.
having sex in the woods. How am I supposed to chip with that going on, Doug?
Well, if you don't go in the woods, then you go to a hot dog stand and you just dial into us live from the Travelers eating a hot dog because everyone knows how much you love the hot dogs. Then I call you and you immediately push me to voicemail and say, bro, my phone's at 2%. I am at a golf tournament and I can't
I'm
talk.
standing 5 feet behind Scotty Scheffler, okay? And
He
you want me
won't
to pick up the
bother him.
phone and be like, yeah,
Hey.
man, I'm sucking down a throat missile. Let's go. Dave, what's up, man?
Thank you. That's all you had to do, but you didn't. And then,
Dude,
on top
I
of
wanted
that,
to.
then you go to the parade
Yeah.
and you're working for the parade. You're shooting all this stuff. I said, can we
No.
just have you pop in from the parade?
Buddy,
What?
What time does your show start? Your show
We'll
starts at
move the
like
show
12
around for
Eastern.
you.
Oh, really? All right, because I went out there 11:30. Things started rolling down at 11.
He's just
I'm
jealous
out.
that you're on ZLX every morning. That's all. He's just
No, just currently just Wednesdays right now, but the role, like many things, is growing. Okay.
Oh,
and I've thoroughly have enjoyed hanging out with her. She's a really nice, like fun, positive guy. Like it's fun, positive. Like, you know, we get a little weird. We talk some sports. We talk a bunch of other things. Like when I come on here, like we just kind of go wherever the hell the wind takes us. But
so
yeah,
how
Dave,
was the parade? Just
right.
give us the parade from the Emerson Lotzia experience of a parade. 'Cause there's no chance that Matt would have gone had he been there. He wouldn't have
Really,
even
Matt?
gone with you.
Yeah, I know, because there's been times he drops the let's hang out when I'm in town, and then something comes up. You're flakier than me, Matt, and I can be a hangout flake for sure.
I
But-
could be. It's very true. It's very, very true. Yep. Very true.
Hey, listen. I don't judge any of like my friends at this point in my life when they don't want to like do something. We made plans. We get to that day, they don't want to do it, and I'm like thinking to myself, yeah, I was going to end up like canceling anyway.
Oh, I never cancel. I never cancel. But if I tell someone like, let's meet up when I'm in town and I have like 5,000 things going on and I can't meet up when I'm in town, that's not really, to me, that's not flaking. That's just, it didn't work. But if I tell you, hey, at 2:00 on Tuesday, I'm meeting you at this place, I will be there 99% of the time.
Dude, you've had like 6 grandmas die. Like since we've been trying to hang out, that's like one of your go-tos.
That's
like,
not true
bud,
at all. They died before I ever
yeah.
met you.
All right, so let me tell you
died
about the
years
parade.
ago. I don't use that line.
Okay. Well, you should use it now because you won't feel guilty because they're dead. So I'm at the parade, wandered out. We were hanging out mainly for anybody who knows Boston, like Maddie does. We were hanging out mainly around like the common portion of it. And so, which I thought the parade route was weird. Started the convention center, end at TD Garden, and then go in there and do like a post pep rally. Instead, they did the pre pep rally, 10 to 11
for the for the rich people.
Yeah, gotten the okay. I didn't know it was that. I was wondering why it wasn't like super crowded. I was like, bunch of people would have gone
for the rich people.
Okay,
yeah, it was just for the limited number of people that got pictures and to see the trophy. It was like a way of saying thank you to all the people who buy sweets and whatnot.
I got it.
All
right, that makes sense. So we get out there, dude, and we hang out for about an hour. We shoot an hour's worth of content with the greatest NBA fans, drunk off their asses, like multiple times. I'm like talking to people. It's been like one of my things, like going out, just doing MOS, hanging out with the people, being a man of the people. And I'm like multiple times, I'm like, hey, dude, maybe like mixing a water. And they'll be like, F water and F Kyrie. And I'm like, okay. So saw a lot of nipples, all male nipples, a lot of shirtless dudes. It was hot as hell.
You didn't see the guy jump from the fountain into the water, did you?
No, I didn't. I saw other people fall off light poles and stuff, but they kind of got right back up. They seemed to be okay.
I need to know if that person's alive who dove in the Boston Calming.
Yeah.
That's a foot of water that they did a belly flop from 6 feet up down into. And I was like, are you alive? Because that probably killed you.
My wife, being the award-winning producer that she is, she reported back to me, no deaths reported at the parade. Right, so that was great. Just a boatload of, and pun intended there, alcohol consumed. So that was a blast. I had a really good time the night of the championship when they won like 2 weeks ago on Monday. I was at Greatest Bar hanging out. No couple people who worked there, so they got myself and Billy, my DK photographer.
How was the AC in there?
It was the worst. It didn't work, dude. It smelled like manly musk. It was gross. Now let me, and I'm serious. Most of the ladies who were in there were all just wearing bathing suit tops.
Don't blame them.
So it's like, but even like when they walk behind me to like go to the bathroom, it's like their slippery, slimy skin against mine. And I'm like sober because I'm there for work. And I'm just like, oh God, that doesn't feel great. And then like, it's when the big sweaty dudes walk behind you and you feel different areas of their body touching different areas of the back of my body. And it's just, I don't know, it's less than ideal. But anyway, afterwards, going out, just hanging out with fans and stuff, it was insane. This has been an insane week and a half stretch in this city. And all of a sudden, too, the Red Sox are like, hey, we're kind of good at baseball again.
How about last night? How about that?
Dude.
How about that?
Listen, it's been so up and down. And I think they're finally breaking that like stigma of being the 500 team. But like these past 4 straight series that they've won, Maddie, I mean, if they beat Toronto tonight, it'll be 5.
Yep.
It's fun because I've always said this, that I feel like no matter how good even the Patriots were during their dynasty days, this is a baseball town, dude.
100%.
This is a baseball town.
You also, the other thing though, you have to remember is you live in Boston. The Patriots play in Foxborough. So there is a disconnect between the diehard fans and the buzz of the city. Like on a Patriots Sunday, it's fun, but most people aren't emptying out or going to the bars around Foxborough because there are no places in Boston. They play far away. So when the Red Sox are good, you feel it in the city because the Sox game. I'm going tonight. Oh, you're going? Okay, wow. And then you see that comeback. It just becomes that talk on the street. You walk down the North End, people are just talking. It's just, the old guys just sitting down drinking the cappuccino and their espressos are saying the Red Sox are good all of a sudden, right? So like that's what makes the Boston sports experience in the summertime when they're good and when they're supposed to suck and they're better than people think. Like, look, they're 6 games over 500. If this team, 6 years ago was 6 games over 500, talk radio would be brutalizing them. They suck, fire Cora, but they're 6 games over 500 when they were supposed to be a disaster, and they're in contention for a wild card team. And so it's all about perspective.
I mean, yesterday I haven't checked them. Assuming they've stayed in a wild card spot, but even walking around, just walking my girls through the neighborhood yesterday, Newberry Street buzzing, everything's buzzing on a Monday night. I know it's a summer Monday night. A lot of Blue Jays fans in town, a lot of tourists in town, but you absolutely nailed it. There is just a different buzz when they are, sadly, just 6 games over 500.
7,
people are excited about it.
7
now.
Thank you. Yep.
But for crying out loud, after the last 2 years, like people are going to take this. People are going to take this, and let me tell you what, we'll burn this city down. Well, it won't be this city's fault. Maybe I'll burn MLB headquarters down if Jarren Duran is not an all-star. Okay.
After last night, I think he cemented it with the game-winning hit last night.
How is he not an all-star?
I think. Yeah.
Well, through like the first wave, he's not the top order, but I think that was mostly like fan votes and stuff. So outside of Boston, people don't really know him. Yeah. That's going to come down to like player votes and then like the executive votes and all that jazz.
Yeah, I mean he's 4th in Major League Baseball in hits with 96. He's going to get there.
Dude, he's leading them in triples and doubles, and I think he's like top 5 in steals. And he's just electric. And not to mention, he used to be a defensive liability. And for a guy that's going back between like He's rotating through all the outfield spots. Like his defense has been kicked up a whole nother notch. You know, he saved the game.
When you watch him run, I remember watching him a couple of years ago when he came up for the first time and watching him in person run. He runs differently. Like it's like O'Neal for when you watch O'Neal run or De La Cruz run. You just see these guys who run differently because they're just so tall, so long, and fast and athletic that they go around the bases so fast. You're like, who the hell is that? And Duran's like that. He's great.
He reminds me a lot of myself in high school because I was the fastest white kid on my high school football team.
Okay.
So every time I see him just running around the bases, I'm like, that's
an I call to check on this. Like I'm gonna have to do some fact checking on.
Yeah, 4.640, boys. I could probably still run a 4.640 right now.
Are you serious?
I think I could.
40?
I'm dead serious, bro. Feeling good. Yeah, but I'm a young amazing. 40. 40's. So I'm 40 now, Matt. It's like 30.
I agree. I hear you. No, I'm with you.
I literally send you 5 shirtless pictures of me a week. So you see the way that this body is built.
Can't confirm.
Built by glizzies, dude. Thread. Built by glizzies.
It's one thread too. Yeah.
4.6 is pretty fast, E. Just saying. 4.6 is fast.
Okay. Yeah. Well, timing. I mean, hey, are you guys ever going to come here and do a damn show, or is that just like consistent talk?
I'm going to work on it when I'm back. When I'm back for 2 weeks, I'm going to work on it.
We'll have it.
All right, are you going to try to?
It comes. Yeah. So we'll
okay. So wait, you're not going to do it in that 2 week stretch you're here?
No.
Oh,
we're going to do a show, but we're not doing.
But Dave's going to be back in here. Dave's going to be here. We're off next week for vacation. The next week I'll be doing the show from New Hampshire.
Right.
And Dave will be here.
So you can come up.
Where in New Hampshire?
Manchester.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Where the girl lives.
All right. I'm familiar with the Wolfboro area. That's my jam.
All right. Well, we'll get you up there.
Camp Alton. Wolfboro is where I went to camp every year for 4 years.
Is it really? Wow.
Wolfboro, New Hampshire. Alton and Wolfboro.
How was sleepaway camp?
On Red Sox radio. Can I ask a question, please, about?
Oh yeah, golf? Dave. I didn't know you were here.
I'm still here. How was the golf? Like you saw Scotty Scheffler in person. You saw what happened with the betting. He came back. He wins a playoff. These guys. I saw you there on Thursday, and then I saw people running onto the course on Sunday, and I said, man, I hope this guy didn't get loose. It's not lots.
No.
All right.
No. You knew if it was me, I would have been like that streaker back in the day after Daly won the British Open, and that epic picture of him like hugging his significant other at the time, and there's the security guards chasing the streaker, and on his back it said 19th hole and an arrow pointing at his balloon knot. And so that would have been me if I'm ever
look it up. It's true. He's actually telling you.
Yes, I know, dude. I don't come on here and lie. I'm just this weird naturally. Okay. But yes, if I was to ever do anything like that, I'm taking my clothes off. Like I'm just, and we need to stop calling them streakers. Just going back to like sports real quick. Like stop calling them streakers. Streaking back in the day, it's something my parents used to yell at me about. Said you're not a streaker unless you have your clothes off. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. That was absolutely crazy on Sunday, like the end there, and I'm just like, man, I don't know if disrupting a tournament that I really enjoy watching is going to convince me to support your cause.
That's what I mean.
I still can't tell you what it is. I don't know. Just like when people want to block traffic around here, I'm just like, F it, dude. I'm going in the fourth gear and I'm running you over. It's a good thing I don't really drive a whole lot around. Yeah. Yeah. When they put in the new speed bumps, wow, they make noises screaming.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it is frustrating because you don't get your point across and you don't get people to support your cause. You get people to hate your cause. So just, I get the idea. You get media coverage and whatnot, but like by destroying a golf green and making a golf tournament have to rearrange things because you want to get your word out. I don't know. It was a really, that pissed me off. That was really, but they were coordinated and the cops were ready. I mean, give the cops in Connecticut ready. They knew what was about to happen and they got them fast.
Imagine being Scotty Scheffler out there and all of a sudden you see a bunch of cops like swarming and you're like, no, not again. Damn it. No.
What'd I do?
It.
Right. I didn't touch
I thought that was awesome. The playoffs great. Like he and Tom Kim too. They're really good friends. I have never consumed pizza at Sally's Pizza in New Haven. Matt, I don't know if you have. people swear by it. Like
I thought it was
in
the
this
other
neck of
one.
the woods.
I've eaten at the other one that everyone says is like the best
Okay.
in the country, not Sally's. What's the
All
other
right.
one that everyone loves in
Yeah,
in
I don't
New Haven?
know. I don't know the other one, but all I know is they ate, I think, together at Sally's Pizza, and they both share the same birthday, which was Friday. I think they ate at Sally's
Frank
Pizza on
Pepe's.
Wednesday.
Frank
Oh,
Pepe's is-
yeah. And that has grown up here. There's a couple locations. There's like one in Watertown. I think they're putting one close to us. Thank you, Chef Benny. So,
Oh, he says Sally's is number one though.
Sally's is
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
and
Modern is two,
Yeah.
and Pepe's is
Yeah.
three. I've
Look
eaten
at
at
the dog
I've
getting
eaten at
some
Frank Pepe's.
FaceTime here.
I
yeah,
told you.
she's licking all the
Aw.
sauna sweat off of me. Little
Right.
does she
You
know,
like
it may
that?
not be
Yeah.
my
I
sweat
like
that she's licking off.
There's a lot of people that
Thank
are
you.
watching this
Thank you.
going, boy, I would love to be that dog right now.
Yeah, there he is.
That was,
Dave,
that was
we've been texting too much. You're starting to sound too much like me, which is a
Yes.
good thing. Now, Matt, once we get you on board, your
Connect.
girlfriend will see the real you because you have
Okay.
disappeared since you started dating her. Like you don't care about us as much anymore.
That's not true. It's just when you're texting me, and I'm not fucking kidding, at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday, 6:30 a.m. on a Sunday, dude. That's early. Like that's early to text me anything. And you send me text messages of you either half naked or something about apples in your ass. I have no idea
putting
what
that
we're
on the
doing.
t-shirt.
How are we doing this? Because the first thing I read, first thing on Sunday morning at 6:30,
He's
I'm not going to
strong.
respond to it with like flowers and candy. I'm going to be like, what are you doing? Leave me alone.
Shoving apples up your ass isn't your jam at 6:30 in the morning on
really.
Sunday. Take
On
them
a
to church,
Sunday.
baby.
On a Sunday. Listen, when are you playing that golf tournament? I want you to give people an
shit. Yeah,
opportunity
no,
to talk
thank you,
about
thank you, thank you.
causes and golf and all this other stuff.
Yeah. So how about
So
how
it
about
was
this?
supposed to be when,
Dude,
and it got stormed, rained out. What the hell happened?
I'm going to be so passively aggressive to the wonderful people at this golf course we are playing at Juniper Hill on Friday. The 100-hole charity golf tournament that I've raised now almost $9,000 for myself. Our team is up to like almost $60,000. It is incredible.
Wow.
Randy Scott, Tommy Curran. I've told
Nice.
you about this already,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, and Jeff Howe, some big time players, media members around here. That was supposed to be June 6th. Okay, a Thursday on June 6th.
Yeah.
The fucking golf course on Monday says, oh, looks like there's like a 3-hour window of thunderstorms that we don't really want to mess with. So the golf course said we're preemptively closing. And the people at Golf Fights Cancer, the people for One Mission, the charity we're raising money for, are like, wait, are you kidding me? 3 days out? You realize weather changed? Dude, there wasn't a fucking single drop of rain that day.
Oh,
Okay? There was
great.
not. There was
That's
nothing
winning
we
for
could
you.
do.
Yeah.
So I did start looking at it glass half full. And I said, this will give us an opportunity, 3.5 more weeks
To get more money.
to raise some money. So
When is it?
again, this is going to be this Friday, Juniper Hill Country Club or golf course, whatever
that
the hell it
sucks.
is. I don't know. They're on my shit list right now. We're going to do 100 holes of golf, boys.
If
On
you
Friday.
If you get rained out, when would you do it?
Oh, no. The weather this Friday looks
It's gonna
great.
be great.
But
Okay.
those dildos are going to be like, 5% chance of scattered showers. Yeah, here's scattered showers for you, pal.
Whoa.
No, we're doing it.
I'll
We're
be
doing
there.
it.
I'll be there and I'll come to it.
No, it's
Come-
this
yeah,
Friday.
I know, but
it's
I'm
this
there.
Friday.
I'm there Sunday. So if it gets rained out and pushed back at
Oh,
all,
yeah, Matt. No. Yeah, your heart's in the right place, but no, just
Okay.
that's not
If it
happening.
does,
I
just
don't
let me know.
It's not going to rain out, get rained out. But if
Okay.
anybody watching right now wants to throw just hell, $2, $5, I don't care what it is. Would love to try to get a few more dollars for these kids for the pediatric cancer charity, One Mission. These kids are fighting cancer, and the charity is all about trying to make those kids, their lives as comfortable as possible and their families as well. The One Mission people are superb human beings. Same with the folks who run the Golf Fights Cancer tournament every year. And, One Mission helped save Jeff's life when he was battling cancer as well. So I really like Jeff. I like when my friends are alive, like you guys, everyone is a
Yes.
member of the BVB Brigade. If you guys go to my Twitter page right now, Emerson Lotzia, the link is in my bio. So, because I don't think I can drop links, right? Like on YouTube. Isn't that not a thing?
You can in the chat, but it's not a link. It's going to be just text. So it's easier to send them to your Twitter page.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's easier.
That sounds good. Yeah. So just do that. Or if
how many
it's also
hot
on
dogs do you eat?
Yes, that's a great question. That's a great question. I'll probably end up eating like, I'm not kidding you, because you're out there and you're sweating your ass off, and I'm burning some calories a little bit, but I'll probably eat like 12 hot dogs.
12?
Damn.
Listen, I'm going to the Red Sox game tomorrow night with Rich and some people from WZLX.
Yep.
And I'm trying to convince them, let's do the 9-9-9 challenge. 9 beers, 9 dogs, and 9 innings. I want to try it, dude.
Do you think Rich? Hold on, but serious question. Do you think Rich Shirtleaf is going to stay at a Red Sox game for 9 innings?
Well, he will if he agrees to the 9-9-9 challenge.
I want you to ask Rich how many times he's seen the 9th inning in his broadcasting career in Boston. I'm going to say it's
the 9-9-4 challenge.
They've been day games. Both times they've seen the 9th inning have been day games. He does a morning show for a decade in Boston. There's no way that guy's seeing 10:30 at night. No way.
Those morning guys are kind of wired differently. We're like, they can actually
I was
stay
one
up
of
as
them.
long as see, I don't see him doing the 9 beers because 9 beers would kind of wreck you the next morning when you got to be into their radio station at 5 a.m. But I told him, I'll do it if you or the station pays for it, because I'm not taking out a small house loan to afford 9 hot dogs and 9 beers at Fenway, Matt. For crying out loud. That shit is expensive. Yep. Dude, I was there. Went to my first concert on Friday. Saw Hootie and the Blowfish there. Got to meet him. He's a big Jaguars fan, Trevor Lawrence fan, because his agency reps Trevor.
Oh. I was going to ask you.
Really fucking nice guy.
But do you like Hootie and the Blowfish? Uh-oh.
Oh, you got a message.
You got punched out. He got zapped out.
As soon as he started talking about Hootie, he got zapped.
Got zapped. We'll see if he comes back in.
Hot dog talk. Could have been the sauna talk, apples and orifices. Who knew?
All right, we'll see if we can get him back. I don't know if he's going to come back or not.
Usually we tie it up nicely with.
Oh, there we go. Wait, hold on. He's
okay.
Back.
All right. He's back. Oh, thank goodness. I don't want to say goodbye to him like that.
I don't know what happened. I just wanted to come back and be able to give an appropriate goodbye and not just Irish like that. I am guy, but not at whatever time it was in the afternoon, 3:30, although I wish I was drinking. But yeah, Hootie and the Blowfish was cool. That was my first Fenway concert.
So you're going to the Red Sox game tonight?
Tomorrow night, and the goal is to do the 9-9-9 challenge. But again, I'm not going to pay for it.
So
I'm not going to pay for it.
You need to ask Rich a question for me, okay?
Okay.
You'll die laughing at. But you'll die laughing about this.
Do you want me to text him? Right? Text him to me. Text it to him as your.
Just tell him that Matt from New Hampshire, the Yahoo guy. You come on my show all the time.
Okay, hold on a second. Now, is this going to be like, oh, he's sent me dick pics and stuff before? That Matt from New Hampshire?
No, Rich put together when he was with the previous station and previous show.
Matt from New Hampshire with Yahoo.
No, I called him a Yahoo.
Oh, you called him a Yahoo. Matt from New Hampshire.
Who called you a Yahoo?
Oh, my God. Wait a minute. So... Is he going to like me less if he finds out that you and I are friends?
I don't know. I think he probably will laugh now because it was years and years ago. But he made this whole montage that me calling them Yahoos was on the Toucher and Rich intro for a while.
God.
Oh,
my radio clip in New Hampshire, me going after them because they went after Gordon Eads, and Gordon Eads is a very good friend of mine. And so they blasted him, and they called I don't know if Rich still
the
calls
Red Sox historian. Gordon Eads,
but Gordon Eads was not. He was not a Red Sox historian at the time. He was a writer for the Red Sox for MLB.com.
That guy's super nice. Was it Rich going after him? Or was it Fred?
I think it was more Fred than Rich, but Rich is the one that put together the montage. That was all. That was me. Somebody. I went at them. Somebody took the radio clips into them. So then they went after me. So then I went on their show, and we were going back and forth, and it's on YouTube. You can search it, Toucher and Rich, Matt Peralt. You can search it, and it's pretty funny. And you'll hear this montage that Rich did of me going back and forth.
All right. Well,
Fred and I
did not see eye to eye.
Rich is
surprise.
Right.
P-Roll didn't see eye to eye with
Rich-
somebody, and
Rich-
now all these skeletons are coming out.
But you can tell this though.
You're
and I-
sending Lotzia to ask a question about Matt from New Hampshire who called me a Yahoo.
He'll know. So Rich, I've told Rich this to his face. I told him actually either on the phone or in an email or something. I've said this to Rich. He's the most talented production person I've ever seen in radio.
Oh, boy.
He is an absolute Rich. Yes. Rich is unbelievable.
He's a machine. Like
He's incredible.
behind the scenes.
He is an incredible production specialist. Maybe the best I've ever seen in radio.
Yeah. And like it goes back to a point of a few other radio people I know in the market as well. One of them being, and I know everybody craps on Felger a lot, but the reason that show is so good is because of the incredible hard work he puts into it. He just makes it look easy. And it's the same thing with I know whatever your opinion is, but
I'm
just
a personal
telling you.
experience. He told me I couldn't talk to him until the mics were off.
Well,
he goes, "Don't talk to me."
Did you call him a Yahoo?
Well, no, I was doing a 2-week radio stint with him for ESPN 980, and I was like,
"Okay,
well, you're a fucking asshole, and I never want to know you ever again."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Goodbye." So like, Felger has been off. I've never talked to him again. I never want to talk to him again. And he can take the Milwaukee stick and go back to Milwaukee for all I care. So,
oh wow, okay. Well, anywho, Rich is very talented. I totally agree. So when he called me like a month and a half, 2 months ago, said, "I'm watching this new show. I want you to be part of it," I said, let's go. And they're paying me because that's
amazing.
My wife said, "You're not doing this if they're not paying you." And I go, "Oh, okay. That sounds good." Because I'm a real easy going guy. I was like, sure, I'll just hop around. But at my age, I do need to get paid for shit like this. So you guys Venmo me that $500 right when I get off this show.
Absolutely.
But you guys are going to be, I mean, that show has the potential to be massive. So I'm really happy for you guys because the feedback's been tremendous, and I know people who are listening in the market who really like it. We need to bring
the ratings up a little bit, like
you
overall.
Just
but
started.
I think
you just started.
I know, but you know how like people are like, "Oh, ratings suck ass and dick," and I'm like,
you just started.
It's been a month in. I'm on it. All I know is the 2 hours I'm on it. Highest rated 2 hours of the week.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, ZLX will be.
I just made that up. I tell myself that just to feel confident.
Once ZLX goes sports, it'll be the market will change dramatically. So it's gonna be fun.
I remember you kind of texted me. Is that kind of like something you're feeling? Do you have a gist? Do you have sources? Like what's the information there?
Odyssey is bankrupt.
It is.
We're gonna go inside radio school here, but this is fine because it's public knowledge. Odyssey is bankrupt. So the station that I used to work for, the station that has the Red Sox and was the leader for years and years and years, has been slowly shedding salaries and quietly shutting down. And if the Red Sox contract comes up, the rumor is that iHeartRadio is going to make a massive push for the Red Sox, and then the Red Sox would be on ZLX.
Ooh,
ZLX goes full-time sports, and EEI is no longer a thing.
Wow, dude. That's like a household name. Like that name is a staple in the sports radio community.
It was my dream.
It
was my 12-year dream. My 12-year dream was to go back and I got there. I got
until
to my
Felger took a dump on your chest.
That was before. Actually, Felger doing that before I was even part of EEI. Felger did that. Felger did that when I was doing afternoon drive in Omaha.
Okay.
I hadn't even come home yet. I was brought in to audition for Maz's job eventually that went to 98.5 to be the sidekick, if you would. But it's like putting two fighting fishes in the same. You can't. Felger and I can't coexist. We would kill each other. Like you want us to, you literally put us in a room. Only one of us is coming out. Like literally.
Wow.
So it was never.
Sounds like they gave you a Cleveland hot waffle. If anyone wants to look that up on Urban Dictionary, have at it.
I don't know what that is, but I can only imagine with your brain what that actually is.
I have no idea what that is, but I will check on that.
Oh, really? Because
I'm wearing the Cleveland.
Wearing
the Cleveland stuff, old school Cleveland.
Holy hell! What a coinkydink! Yeah, it doesn't have to do with Cleveland.
Thing to say.
So I think you're in a good spot. But the long story short is, I think you guys are in a good spot.
Yeah. It's we announced too. We're the Sweat. This is the last weekend of the Sweat coming up. So a show
forever.
A show for now.
Okay.
So it's a show I helped launch with Jesse.
Yeah.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
But this is going to be it's going to be a very good move for me because now I'm going to be able to, looks like I'll be doing some traveling throughout the NFL season. I'll be kind of that crazy like reporter on the ground, like doing a lot of MOS stuff with like
you coming
fans.
here?
And I don't have my schedule laid out yet.
Okay.
And I will share more details later.
Sweet.
But this is going to be, it's a little bittersweet because I really did like that show. And we got some new programming coming down the pipe for football season. And let's just say they're finally uncaging the beast. If you've seen some of my Man on the Street content recently,
let's go.
There will be a lot of that. I would anticipate coming here relatively soon. And let me tell you what, if I make it, I think week 4 or 5, the Jags are in Buffalo for Monday Night Football. If I am there, I don't know if I'm coming home alive. Wow. I'm telling you that.
Is
right
the wife
now.
going though? Is she going with?
Dude, she never wants to go with me to games.
But she's from Buffalo.
I know that.
It's going home. She can go see family. You go work.
But if I'm there for work, it's like, what, she my intern? Like I'm sleeping with the intern? Intern Meg Muffin?
Hey,
yeah. Hey, whoa, Dave. Yeah, rings a bell for you, doesn't it?
Whoa.
Yeah. Listen, put your people in touch with our people. We'll put BVB on there as well if you need some programming help. We'll follow. I'll be glad to follow you or lead. I'll be your lead in. Whatever you need from us, we'll help you. That's good news. That's big.
No,
big
you
stuff.
guys are too big. I would lead into
Stop
you.
it.
I would hand off the big viewership, and then we would just we'd let them ride with the boys at BVB, man.
Well, listen, Friday. Good luck with the golf. I hope you guys raise a ton of money. It's a super cool cause and a really, really cool thing.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing that up. I actually was totally forgetting about it, and I need to remind everybody on Twitter about it right now too. So try to get, cool. Hey, listen, money's not for me. I'm just trying to raise money for kids who are fighting for their fucking lives. So
good for you, man.
At least I can do whatever, man. I'm a piece
Are you still going to do the commercials in the fall? I mean, everybody.
We're still gonna. I'm still doing, buddy. I'm still doing all that stuff.
Okay.
My role, I'm going to be doing more work than ever before, and finally, like where my personality can shine. Not be, I get weird behind the desk when I'm a host, but I can't. I'm fully unleash myself. I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly. You guys have seen me in person. I'm different. I'm different up here, man.
Yeah.
And if you forgot what I look like in person, I'll send you a sauna pic.
Can you send me some Saks underwear at some point?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I really can. Dude, I went from owning 2 pairs of underwear to now having like 30. And my wife's like,
hold on.
What are you doing?
I want to end it with this because this is all relevant. Would you pay $7,000 for this experience? Okay. This just came out. ESPN is now launching their first ever ESPN experience called Take Me Out to the Ballpark Tour. It's 5 days, 4 nights. You go to Blue Jays, Red Sox, Cardinals, Yankees, Braves, Phillies. You tour ESPN. You get a Yankee Stadium tour, a Jackie Robinson tour. All hotels, transportation, and select meals are covered. And you get a meet and greet with Michael Kay and Kara Ravitch. You pay $7 for that?
No, I don't think so. I would just,
I don't know.
Like guys, like real talk, like, we're in the media. We could probably call up a friend in our phone log right now and be like, hey, can we just check out ESPN? They'll take us around. And then I'll just buy cheap bleacher seats to those 3 ballparks. And
7,000.
What are the select meals? I mean, they are taking me to Sheetz or Wawa, which isn't bad. Are you doing like a local staple in each of those?
Yeah, 700, not 7,000. Yeah, amen to that.
It's 700,000.
No, it's 7,000. He said he would spend 700, not 7,000.
Yeah, he would pay 700.
Oh,
700 is more like it.
God.
Yeah.
No, I would do a lot of other shit with $7,000.
For 7,000. Amen to that.
You know how many hot dogs $7,000 could buy you?
Fenway.
A lot of apples, too. A lot of apples.
On that note.
Hey, buddy, I got to fill all the orifices.
Enjoy it, my friend. Thank you for coming on. Great to see you. We'll talk soon.
Guys.
You too, man. Emerson Lotzia from DK Sportsbook joining us here on the Bostonian versus the Book. Great to get him on. Always fun to talk to E about all sorts of interesting things going on in his world.
Check the chat. He's golfing Friday.
Yep.
If you're watching it on replay, go back to the YouTube channel. It's in the chat.
It's also on his Twitter account too, at Emerson Lotzia.
And it's at his Twitter handle, at Emerson Lotzia. to help him get over that number. That's great. That's
So-
good news that, he's doing other stuff. There's a lot of movement going on right now.
In the space, this is the movement time in the space. This is when everything moves.
Yeah, but like we were talking about at the beginning of the show, I mean, it's we're trying to make moves and nobody answers emails.
Right. Well, no, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things. $7,000 would buy 4,600 Costco hot dogs.
It's
a lot.
Picks. It's pretty quick with the math.
That's a lot. That's a lot of hot dogs you can buy. All right. Tennessee won their first ever College World Series last night in Omaha. This is a crazy run now for chalk, Dave. This has been as chalky of a year as you could ever see in college sports. Number 1 overall seed won the college football, men's basketball, women's basketball, and baseball national championships.
And NIL is all going to change nothing. They're going to keep doing that. It's going to be harder and harder for teams, not the number 1 teams, to continue to do this. Not surprised at all. I mean,
Interesting.
It's an entertaining game by Tennessee.
So it's a chalk year. So you think 1 seeds overall will win more often because of NIL? Really?
Yeah. They're going to have the best players. They're going to have the most money. They're going to get the most kids, the best kids. They're going to have the most best kids.
Right.
Yeah.
But this would be Yahoo Sports reports this. SEC has won 10 of the last 15 national titles in 5 straight by 5
In
different
what
schools.
sport?
All sports. All sports.
Wow.
10 of the last 15 national titles have been won by SEC schools in 5 straight by 5 different schools.
Like the swimming and the volleyball and all this stuff.
Yep. Softball, golf. Like Michigan won the national championship out of the Big Ten. So it stops with football, but the last 5.
Oklahoma's an SEC team now. I was like, wait, Oklahoma, they didn't win any softball. They did. I guess
So I don't know if NIL really does dictate that. I think there's a lot of parity with the power schools.
Parity.
Yeah, I mean, in Oklahoma,
What's parity? SEC's
was-
got 10 of the last 15 national. There's no parity in that.
Oklahoma was a 2 seed in women's softball. Women's softball is not on the list. OU was a 2 seed and they won it.
Texas was the 1 seed.
Mhm.
Are you sure about that?
I am positive because it's literally on the thread. Somebody says, "What about Oklahoma?" And the guy who wrote that thread said they were the 2 seed. Overall 2
wrong.
seed.
That was wrong. That should have been added to that. They should have
What?
been the 1 seed.
Oh, they weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Wow.
were 2 seed overall.
Incredible.
So it's just interesting to see. I mean, I think the parity inside the SEC is high. I'm not sure the parity outside the SEC is high.
Parity in the SEC is high. There's 3
Yeah.
good teams. The rest stink.
What do you mean? There were
Talking
14. There were 4 teams in Omaha from the SEC. What do you mean?
That's it. Those 4.
That's pretty good. That's parity. It's 4 teams making it to the final 8. That's pretty good. I mean, that's good. And the only reason why there weren't 2 teams out of the SEC was basically how they broke it down. It was Tennessee and 3 ACC teams. A&M is an SEC school. That was SEC versus SEC yesterday.
Yeah, I guess they got them. They got Oklahoma. They got Texas. They took the best teams from the Big 12, and now they're in the SEC. Who knows what it's going to look like in a year? I don't know. Are they going to get Florida State? And who knows?
Gosh,
what?
they're suing to get them. Clemson, Florida State want to join the SEC. They want out in the ACC, but will it happen? I don't think so. But oh boy, so just different time of year.
And then it'll be SEC versus everybody more so than it.
From a betting perspective, if it continues to be this chalky, what does that do to the market in college sports? Does it hurt it?
No, it's fine. Like you'll still. I mean, I think the markets are going to change to make the college football playoff is going to get a lot of action,
right?
More so than it did in the past. And the basketball tournament, until they completely mess it up, is still always going to draw a lot of volume and bets. But I don't know. People may bet less futures and they'll bet more games.
Okay.
Right? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, we used to love taking bets on college football futures because it really felt like only 4 teams could win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, we've got more playoffs, more teams in the playoffs. I still feel only like 4 or 5 teams can win. You know, now it's even harder.
We'll see if it does create a Cinderella situation with 12 this year, or is it still chalky as hell?
I mean, we got the Big 12 media days here in 2 weeks.
Yep. I think that's going to be really lightly attended. I can't wait to see who. I can't wait to see who comes out, because that's not typical. Like if we were in Des Moines, right, and like Ken's coming out, Ken Miller, who does Afternoon Drive and KXNO, and I did 2 years of radio with him. Like I guarantee they're sending one show.
Right.
That's it. It's like it's expensive as hell in July, even with Big 12 football being the biggest thing in the marketplace, Big 10, Big 12, and Iowa State's going to be decent this year. It's a big ask for a lot of these markets, these, you know, West Texas type markets that are covering Texas Tech, and like these smaller markets, these smaller stations outside of the power. You know, if you're in Lawrence, Kansas, are you sending someone to Vegas to go to the Big 12 football media days? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have it here to me. It's dumb. I get the idea. Come to Vegas. It's cool, but you're still, I mean, luckily Allegiant flies direct from most of these Midwest cities, right, and smaller airports that can fly in directly. But I'm still very surprised that the Big 12 chose, they just must want the national TV coverage. Like they want ESPN to cover it, and whoever else covers it, they don't really care.
Right.
Because it's expensive as hell to come here.
Even in July.
Yep. And it's July, and you're going to come here and fry. On top of that, you're going to come here and literally bake.
Yeah, they'll be in casinos mostly. They
True.
Won't. I mean, they're not going to. I doubt. I mean, I don't know if they're going to go golfing and doing stuff.
No, they'll go to Stadium Swim, and they'll hang out there, and like they'll do the typical outdoor Vegas stuff. But oh boy, that's going to be
hot.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same level of coverage. We'll see. The whole point of football media days is to kick off to the season, to get the story started, to get the preseason, player of the year started, to get what the media thinks about the rankings as to who's going to be the best team and what coach is, going to be doing what. Like, it's the state of the league type of situation. You get the commissioner stands up there and does this whole song and dance and explains where the conference is going and where the sport is going and all that stuff. I'll be very curious to see what the attendance is going to be like. This is almost always, since Texas and OU have been in the Big 12, this has been a Dallas. This has been a Midwest, like Des Moines, Dallas, Kansas City type of market, always in the Midwest. Coming to Vegas is, oh boy, welcome Arizona State. That's why they're coming here.
I guess we'll see. I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing Ken, and I'm going to maybe try to get down there and just meet some other people that we know from either doing the shows in the past or may want to have on the shows to talk about stuff. So, or sign up for the contest and whatever they want to do. So I don't know. I mean, Vegas has become a destination for a lot of things just as an excuse to go to Vegas. Like, it's not for the thing,
right?
It's for Vegas. So I don't know. Like, I mean, we had our wedding here. And Jess was like, should we invite so-and-so? Should we? I said, everyone we invite, we have to assume they're going to come. Not because it's me and you getting married, because they get to come to Vegas. 3 hours, 4 hours, we'll make it the wedding and the whole party and everything else. But then people scatter. Some people go to the blackjack tables. Some people go to the other joints, the dispensaries and all this. There's a lot to do here that doesn't involve even gambling.
Now
it's all packed within 2.5 miles of this. There we go. SEC Media Days.
At Big 12. Big 12. If SEC comes here, we got problems. They will lose their minds if they leave. If SEC Media Days comes to Vegas, they'll lose their minds.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
They're not doing that. That would be that would make a lot of people really mad down there. We talked about it briefly, but are you buying my Red Sox yet or not?
We already did Red Sox radio with Emerson.
I'm just asking, are you buying? Because Toronto's a disaster. They're an absolute disaster.
We said it yesterday. They had to come back.
My God.
They were down, and they got to Toronto's bullpen. I was down at Circa in between this show and then Sports Grid, and somebody asked me. I said, "You got to take Boston today," and someone else said, "Are you on the Boston stuff because of Peralta?" I'm like, "No." I said, no, I they're good. Like, just acknowledge that's a pretty good baseball team with
youth,
a really decent pitching staff. Like, it's for real. They're in games. And like Toronto yesterday, they blew the game because of the bullpen. Toronto's a mess. I saw Carmine, and he's in Toronto. He's like, I'm done with that team. And he's like, they stink. They this, they that. And he was with his buddy Joe, who's another Italian guy from Toronto, and he went on a 2-minute tirade. I said, we should have you on the show. Cam came on the show and just buried everybody associated with the Blue Jays yesterday. Yeah, am I buying the Red Sox? They're good. I'll leave it at that.
Brigade Proxy Service NFL story of the day. Did I get you on that or no?
Well, I'm following along with the rundown, so I kind of knew it was coming. So that's why I was like, when I stopped and I said they're good, I'm like, is he going to hit it now? But
yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you maybe didn't get me, but you might have to see if you could get somebody else.
Right. 702-570-8255. The text message. Do you guys want to be a part of this? We are loading up. This is really fun. You guys are listening. We're making every day. We're making more and more appointments for people that are going to be here. Got someone coming in August. We got somebody coming tomorrow. We have people coming on the 1st of July, people coming on the 3rd of July. We're loading up, getting a ton of things going with you guys. So really, really excited to see what's going to happen.
Appointment tomorrow.
Where?
We got an appointment tomorrow, right?
Right. Yeah. Don't yell at me, yell at him.
That one got me. That got everybody. That one we had to double that up for Ciramello. Ciramello loves it. He cranks it up. When he's listening, he cranks it up for the second time.
Yeah. Or you could do that with a text message, or you can go to our website, thebvbshow.com, send us a message and be a part of the Brigade Proxy Service of this football season. We'd love to take care of you guys. What's really interesting, and you and I talked about this a bit earlier, but it feels like we're going to have a lot. And sorry, Chris, I got you. There's a lot of people who are going to be coming here who aren't just signing up for a single entry.
Right.
Like, we're doing multiple entries. And I don't know if people have listened to what you and other people have said for the, in the entire time. Sorry, I didn't mean to kill your speakers. That the group think, or the group participation way of doing this is really the fun way of doing it. So you have 10 survivors and 5 millions per person.
Right.
So if you and a friend come out and you take your entire group in your whatever, your doctor's office, your dentist office, your office building, whatever, say, hey, we're going out. I'm signing up. Who wants to be a part of this? You got 15 entries.
Yep.
And remember, if you come out and you get 5 or more entries, it's a pretty substantial discount to stay at the D, Golden Gate, or Circa. 25% off. It starts at 5, 3 nights, 5 entries and higher. They start knocking off 25%. If you do the full house, the 5 and the 10, they comp everything. 3 days free coming in. So just know this when you guys are coming in to be a part of this, that if you are going to stay, there are discounts when you come in to sign up for the contest. You just have to call them and tell them ahead of time that, hey, I'm coming in for the contest to sign up.
Right.
So
you have to book through them.
Yes, not through a secondary operator. You got to book through them for them to make that happen. Yep. Okay, so we always love lists because it's June. Everyone loves to argue about lists. Here is Power Ranking 2024 pre-camp edition from Pro Football Talk. Chiefs are 1, Niners 2. Any problem with that?
Chiefs are 1, Niners are 2. No.
Lions 3.
Wow. You can make that argument. They're the second best team in the NFC, so they're ahead of the number 4.
Your team is 14.
Where's your team?
My team's second to last.
Good.
I completely disagree with that entirely. That's
what? Where should they be?
It's completely wrong.
Last is where they should be.
Patriots are going to have a top 5 defense.
Would you stop? Please?
What do you mean stop? They're going to have a top 5 defense. There's no debate in my mind. They're going to have a top
for
5 defense.
2 quarters, 3 quarters.
No.
That offense, they're going to get worn out. I've seen this act before.
They're going to run the football. They're going to run the ball.
Well, they better.
They run the
They're
ball.
going to have to get
Okay, but
first
they're going to
downs.
run.
Just
They're
keep
going to
that
be an under
defense off the
machine. You want to
field.
start betting games right now? Bet unders right now for the Patriots. Unders. I mean, they're an under machine this year. They're going to be one of the best under teams in football. They won't score a lot. Not going to give up a lot. Second to last is crazy. Like that's nonsense to me. But the Cardinals being as down as they are, that at 30, that's somewhat shocking to me. At
Why?
30, you have a quarterback. You have Kyler Murray, and you just drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. Like that's really surprising. The Jets at 25 with Aaron Rodgers and that defense, 25th. We think the Jets are going to suck this year? I don't.
I do.
The Texans are 10. Most books are
That's very high.
high. That's low.
What do you mean?
Oh boy.
What? That's 1,
Oh, I put the Texans above the
2,
Bills.
3, 4. They're the 5th best team in the AFC with 6, 7, and 8 right behind them.
I think Texans
Look
are
how
above the Bills
top heavy that list is for AFC
because it should
versus
be.
NFC.
It should be that. I mean, I think that's accurate. The AFC is way better than the NFC.
Way better.
Way better. Top to bottom, way better.
So there's 32 teams. So there's okay on the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the 16. So it's only 9 and 7. Wait, the Packers are the 6th best team in the league?
Right? Jordan Love's going to be that
Hold
good,
on,
huh?
bro. Like,
Wait,
does that say the Buccaneers?
yes, that's my point. The Bucs are 9 over the Texans. What are we doing? The Texans are not below the Buccaneers. I'm sorry. No way. Can't see it.
Who's PFT?
Yeah, Florio. This is Florio and probably Chris Sims. This is their pre-camp edition power rankings.
Man, oh man.
Colts being 18 is a joke.
The Cowboys are 16.
Yeah, that's a joke.
So the Eagles are 5. The Cowboys are 16. Where are the Giants?
Look,
The
down
Giants and the
20
Commanders are 28 and 29.
29. Yep.
Well, what the hell's the number for the Eagles to win a division?
I mean, why are the Raiders above the Titans? Raiders at 26?
It's all nonsense after the back like 20. I'm trying to find out where they came up with the top 10. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Hold on. What?
That's why I put it up. It's a mess. The whole thing's a mess. The whole thing's like, wait, what the hell are we doing? Why? How? When? What are we doing? This is like, doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
I don't know. None of that made any sense.
No, but that's, it's June. So we end up having,
We
June,
should probably look at the odds to win the Super Bowl first and foremost, and then the odds to win the conferences, and then we can make a list because we would have a starting point.
So
Random to just look at the standings and go, throw them there, throw them there.
So
Tampa?
by that, it's KC and San Fran tied. Ravens at 950, Lions 13-1, Bengals 14-1, Eagles 14-1. There's your top 6.
You still haven't said Bills. Where's the Bills?
The Bills are 15-1.
Okay,
Texans
so
are
they're right there.
Texans are 16-1. Cowboys
Okay.
16-1. Packers 19-1. Jets 20-1. Jets are way higher. Jets on the odds are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 11.
Okay.
26th on Florio's list.
Where are the Steelers on the odds list? Keep going.
50-1. The Buccaneers are 55-1. 3,
the
6,
Buccaneers
9,
thing on there,
10,
that-
12, 15, 17th on the list.
I'm gonna have to
Buccaneers.
talk to somebody on the PFT staff. They're more than welcome to come on the show. I'd love to have them come on and talk about this list because how you got the Buccaneers that high. Yeah, I love Buccaneer Bruce, but that's
They
absurd.
must love Baker Mayfield. They think Baker and Mike Evans are going to go.
Well,
put
I
up
mean,
big
that
numbers.
division
Stinks.
is messed up.
Yep.
Like, so them being night could because they think they're going to win a division. What are their odds to win a division? They think Brady still plays for the Bucs.
Their odds to win the division, that would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are
Small favorites.
Nope. Falcons
Atlanta's favorite.
Falcons minus 115, Buccaneers plus 290. Falcons are big favorites. $2 favorites to win the division.
I can't even say I disagree with that. that I disagree with the Tampa being the 9th best team in the league.
Let's see.
It's the third best team in the division.
Where are the Falcons? The Falcons on this list?
19th.
19th. Holy crap.
Yeah.
19th.
Maybe, I mean, odds makers aren't always right either, but maybe take a look at that stuff. Because they're taking bets on whether their opinion's right or wrong.
Right.
You guys get to do another show when you do the list like that. That's wow.
Yeah, that's something. That's one interesting list to say the least. All right, time for Otani watch. Another record for Otani, and now he's going for a Major League Baseball record for Shohei Otani. This guy, DH, he is crushing the ball in June. He has at least one hit in all 7 games going back to at least last Sunday, including hits in 5 multi-hit games in 5 of those. He has a home run in each of his last 3 games, 6 home runs over the last 7 games. Shohei Otani has an extra base hit in at least 1 run, at least 1 RBI in 7 straight games, which is a Dodger record. Only MLB streak that was longer in the last 30 years. Bobby Abreu with 10, Chase Utley with 9, Joey Votto with 8, and Jorge Cantu with 8. This is, a record that 30 years ago, Bobby Abreu did this.
I love Bobby Abreu.
Abreu's
such a tremendous player.
Like, are we like, these are the things to me, Dave, like setting Major League Baseball records or having conversations about Major League Baseball records. Like this is, if he does it today against the White Sox, would be game number 8. So once again, if you want to bet this, extra base hit, at least 1 run, at least 1 RBI in 7 straight games, which would be a home run, right? He hits a home run, he crosses off the mall. So he goes, if Shohei goes deep today against the White Sox, he extends the streak to 8. It's crazy. Dodger record is 6. He broke it.
Oh, he's Flexen's going today.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That might be a wow. He gets 2 at-bats against Flexen, right? I mean, that's most likely he goes through the order twice.
Can a DH win the MVP?
We got Covey in the chat saying he doesn't play the field. You could keep saying it, Mr. C, multiple times. I mean, if kids C is saying it more than once, screaming at everybody in the chat.
I don't think they care.
I don't know. I mean, the Otani Watch is a fun part of the show. We were way ahead of the curve. We've been doing this Otani Watch thing now for multiple seasons.
He's a massive favorite.
Is he the MVP? Yes or
right
no?
Now, yes. Right now, he is.
Ask him in the chat. Ask our baseball heads. Give them a poll.
Okay.
See if they'll vote. See who votes no. Oh, you think we get an 80-20 yes to this?
Yes.
80% yes? I don't know. There's a lot of baseball heads, old heads, new heads. Everybody, I don't know. Emerson was talking about other heads. I was not worried about that. Yes or no? Vote right now. Right now, today, he's the MVP.
To me, he is. I agree. I don't like it, but I think he'll win. I mean, I think Harper is red hot. If I had a vote, I'd vote Bryce Harper. So I would vote no on this.
Oh, we're voting right now. Can't give it to McDavid. McDavid won the Conn Smythe, Addison. Let it go. Hockey season is over, bro.
Okay. This is interesting. EA Sports has come out with their top college football environments.
Yes.
Before I put it on the screen, to you, what is the best?
State,
huh?
Penn State, number 1. LSU, number 2.
For you being there or in the country?
I've never been to LSU. I
can't put Penn State number 1. Like, there's no way.
Never been.
It doesn't matter. It's not.
You've never been.
It cannot be better than where I've been in the South. It cannot. It cannot.
It
physically.
Is.
It can't.
It's the same.
It's
can't. Just at Penn State.
It can't. Yes. This is your list from EA Sports.
Top 10 toughest places to play.
Top 10 toughest places to play in college football, according to EA Sports College Football 25, which is coming out momentarily. Kyle Field is number 1. Bryant Denny number 2. LSU
Kyle
number
Field,
3.
you've been there. Is that a tough place to play?
Abso-fucking-lutely not. Number 4, Ohio State. Number 5, Sanford Stadium. Number 6, Beaver Stadium. Number 7, Camp Randall. Number 8, Florida is Oklahoma. 9, Doak Campbell, Florida State. 10, the Swamp in Florida.
Okay, those are the
I've
10
been to
toughest places to play. I mean,
I've been
they
to
probably have
2.
the higher ratings.
I've been
on
to
the
2,
game.
1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 9. I've been to 8 and 10. I've been to. I haven't been to Camp Randall. I haven't been to Beaver Stadium, and I haven't been to Ohio State. I've been to 7 of the 10. There's no way Kyle Field is number 1. Absolutely no way.
So wait,
impossible.
put that list back up. You were at 1, 2, 3. I was at 4. Were you at 5?
Yep.
I was at 6. Neither one of us have been ever to 7.
Yep.
Were you at Oklahoma for a game?
Yep.
Okay, so you got 8. Well,
9.
neither one of us have been at 9 or 10.
I've been to 9 and 10. I've been to both.
Oh, you've been to Florida State.
Oh yeah. I've been to both.
So
Florida,
between the two of us, we got this list covered except for one. Well, guess where we got to go? Somebody put together a show. We'll go to Camp Randall.
to go to, I'll go see Alabama play at Wisconsin. Let's go.
Does Alabama play at Wisconsin?
This year, they're 9-point favorites.
Universe is a weird thing. How this works.
I agree. There's no way. There's just no way.
I don't know who made that list.
Yeah, the whip is I mean, Michigan's on this list. Michigan's
I've been told. I've never been to the Big House either. It's not a hard place to play.
Okay, LSU is the hardest place to play in the country at night. You will never convince me otherwise. Right. Tennessee is on this list. Tennessee is number 2. Alabama's number 3. There's your top 3. SEC. 1, 2, 3.
Where's
You're
that other
never
list you sent me?
What?
Where's that other list you sent me in the rundown? There's another list.
That's the list. What do you mean? That's
Penn State was number 2 on the list you sent me. CBW sent it. Never mind.
Is it you?
Yeah, he sent the list. Best atmospheres in college football or something. And it had LSU at night, number 1.
I mean, maybe I'd listen to Penn State atmosphere. I'll listen to that. But toughest place to play?
Penn State's pretty tough. You can't hear a damn thing.
You can't hear yourself think in Tennessee. There's 110,000 people. It's
the same number of people in Penn State.
It's spread out, though. I've seen your stadium. It's wide.
Oh, no.
Tennessee is straight up.
8 feet from the field.
Tennessee is straight up. It is ridiculous. The press box is looking straight down. It's nuts. And LSU, the damn building shakes. I mean, they're nuts. They're absolutely 100% insane nuts. Look, you can take me to a whiteout game. That's fine, but you don't play every game a whiteout game. So you have one great atmosphere every year at Penn State. That's great. LSU at night playing Vanderbilt is stupid. It's dumb. It doesn't matter who they're playing. You don't have these situations. Like, you don't have these one game anomalies with Penn State. That's incredible. LSU, every home game is like that. At night, it's dumb. LSU, Alabama. And Alabama's, now that they've added all the seats in Alabama, it's over 105,000. It's so freaking loud at Alabama. It's so hard to win there.
Is it ever too much?
Never.
Never. College football, it's like they can add another deck and like people will come.
100%.
Like at one point, like you go, we got 105. Oh, let's make it 115. Let's add, like they keep adding seats and things, and it's never too much. Like even when they play like Bowling Green, like that game, Alabama has a game in between a couple games in November.
They play Mercer.
It's Mercer College. You can't tell me that any atmosphere of the Alabama and Mercer, it's too many people. Like we don't need to go.
How about this? So Daytona, the Daytona Beach News Journal they re-ranked it for ES Sports. That's pretty good. Yep. LSU should be number 1. I said number 2 should be Michigan. Number 3 should be Penn State. Number 4 should be Texas A&M. Number 5 should be who? They skipped over 5. They skipped over to 5. Interesting. So 6 is Tennessee. Florida State's 9. Florida's 10. Ohio State, Oklahoma's out. Clemson and Oregon should be in the top 10. Biggest snub, Nebraska. Sorry. Been there, done that, seen it. Wrong.
Here he
wrong.
Goes.
100% wrong. Nebraska's not a hard place to play. Sorry, Blue Hairs. You guys are way too damn quiet. You can take your balloons and fly them up somewhere else because you guys are not a top 10 venue anymore. Not even close. Iowa, okay, I'll listen to you. I think Iowa, when they're good, Iowa can be tough. Iowa State can be tough as well.
Oh boy.
You're just too damn small. That's the problem. You're just too damn small. No, it's just true. It's just too few people.
Not going to Iowa.
You're too. I told them all the time. They're just not. This is the problem with Big Ten people. Big Ten people have weird, like, imposter syndrome. Like, they think that they're much bigger than they actually are. You guys are. Until you go to the SEC, until you go down to see a game in the South.
You guys, what are you?
You're a Big Ten guy. You're the same way.
We got bigger stadiums in every school in the SEC except one.
What?
Check attendance.
Relook that
check
again.
Capacities.
Relook that again.
Yeah, check capacities at stadiums. Yes. Check it.
Okay.
Check it.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah, check it. Imposter syndrome. You're talking about Indiana University. You're talking about Northwestern University. You're talking about the lower, very academic schools, Rutgers.
I mean, we're talking about like 3,000 to 4,000 difference here. It's 102,000.
3,000 to 4,000 difference. What?
So it's Bryant Denny is at 102,000. Ohio State's 102,000. They have 780. So they have 700 more people.
How many
like
Penn
it's
State have?
Penn State. Where's that? I just had it. Penn State's 106.
Okay.
Kyle Field's 103.
Which would be more, right? More.
It is, but we're talking about once you get to 102,000, 100.
Say it for the people.
I'll still say this. Tiger Stadium is better in a better atmosphere with 102,000. I'll take 102,000 screaming Cajuns over every Big Ten fan in the entire country. You could have your big house, you could have your Ohio State, you have your Penn State. I'll take LSU every damn day with their atmosphere and what those people do to get ready for a football game.
We're going to have to
change ridiculous.
The name of the show from Bostonian versus the book to the SEC versus the Big Ten.
I will gladly represent the conference that has had 10 national championships on the last 15 and 5 straight. Fine.
Who's the reigning national champion right now?
I bet the Michigan. Yes.
What conference are they in?
Who won't be the defending national champs next year?
I'm not worried about who. What conference is Michigan in?
Michigan is in the Big Ten.
Okay. So I just wanted to confirm that.
And they had a great year, and I love it. But year in, year out, sorry. Year in, year out.
Ready for this on the rundown.
I'm just saying it's
a walk after the show, starting to sweat.
Yeah, I get it. You can just talk about the biggest stadiums.
SEC crap in June, the week before you go on vacation.
Let's go to between the hedges. Let's go to a game in Georgia, and you might go, "Holy shit!"
It's nice, I'm sure.
Nice. It's loud as hell. Hell, Arkansas is loud as hell. Arkansas is louder than Iowa. Arkansas is louder than Michigan State.
So. Iowa?
I can tell. I've been in both stadiums multiple times. I can tell you right now, Arkansas is louder than Iowa.
Is this true, you Iowa guys that watch and listen to the show?
They're the same imposter syndrome that you have. It's the same thing. It's just they think the Big Ten is everything.
1,000 people there every week.
But you haven't gone to a game in Iowa. You can't tell me I've been to multiple games in Iowa. I covered multiple games. Iowa State. Iowa State fans, when they're really up and lubed up and excited, can be louder than Iowa. Iowa fans don't want to hear that. But Arkansas is rowdy as hell. I mean, they are rowdy in Arkansas. There's nothing else there. That's it. That's all there is drink. You know, everything else they do there.
What's the sound?
That's them throwing back drinking stuff. It's year round for them. You're right, LL. That's all they do. Oh, George Goroff, I hate Arkansas stadiums. Which one, though? There's two, remember. There's Little Rock and then there's Fayetteville. There's two. I've been in both. Little Rock is, Fayetteville is loud. Fayetteville is crazy, wonky, nuts with Fayetteville.
Ole Miss?
Ole Miss and Arkansas, and Mississippi, Ole Miss and Mississippi State, it depends on the team and the opponent and the weather. You're not going to get a better sightseeing trip than going to Ole Miss, though. That's Ole Miss is just
focus on the football.
Oh man, I'm just the Grove is crazy. Ninja is fired up. You're right. Sorry, I don't know what's going on out there. I'll have to figure that out here in a second.
Ninja likes the Big Ten. They're just telling you to shut them up.
It's fun though. It's fun. All right, hold on. Talk.
Go see if Ninja. All right, somebody might be in the house, boys and girls. Listen, you guys listen to me. What the is he talking about? The Big Ten, Penn State. Crown jewel of all of it. Ohio State. They get the horseshoe. It's big. It's this. Pay attention.
Back.
All right. Everything good?
Fixed. Everything's fine. Everything's all good. This is
fun. Ninja used to this new house he's got?
No, that's why he's in there. He's in this new area.
Oh, this ninja's gonna. I hope he don't tear it apart the house while you're gone.
No, he's in a hold on.
No, I know, but he's gonna figure out a way out.
That's why his name is Ninja. That's what his name is for, because he used to climb. I don't know if he climbs anymore though. He's 6 now. When he was a puppy, he could climb out of everything. He climbed. That's why they call him Ninja, because he literally was a dog that climbed like a cat. It's bizarre to watch. It's like, what the hell is going on?
Dog scares the hell out of me.
This is the funniest story of the day.
Yep.
Did you read this story?
I saw the story.
A man is facing charges after allegedly stealing a yacht on the Allegheny River. How is that not an oxymoron? Why do you have a yacht on the Allegheny River?
Wait, now hold on. That sounds like besmirching Pittsburgh.
I don't understand why you have a yacht in a landlocked state on a river. What are you doing?
Landlocked, you're on the water.
But it's a river. What do you have a yacht for on a river? It's a river.
You could go riding in a yacht on the river.
Why? So
it's a big body of water.
Pittsburgh River Rescue responded to the scene about 8 a.m. on Friday morning. An intoxicated man who had been identified as Michael Fisher, do you know him?
I don't.
Broke into a lock wall marina off 23rd Street in the Strip District. You have a district called the Strip District?
It's the best.
Okay. Channel 11 spoke to the yacht owner. Oh my gosh, every single thing was torn out, the cabinets and everything. We were crunching on potato chips and Chiefs puffs. It was like a giant party had gone on. The liquor cabinet was empty of liquor and liquor bottles were everywhere. Somehow they got onto the boat. Must have started the engine because they have my diesel engine book open to the bed, trying to figure out how to start the engine. Apparently, the idea was the guy was trying to go take the actual boat to go meet the Pittsburgh Pirates. He was trying to drive it to the stadium to go meet the Pirates.
Probably better ways to go about this. I'm just saying. And no, this isn't. I don't know this person. No, I might know a guy who knows this person. I'll have to do some investigative work with the boys back home.
When
I
Fisher
did
was
get a
in
call
custody
from somebody that I hadn't heard from for a long time, a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And I have yet to get back to them. I hope he wasn't involved in any of this. Hey, we took a lift to the boat.
When the police went to the yacht, officers found the man passed on the chair. He was sitting right there, laying back, passed out, pistachio nuts everywhere, a bottle of rum, mostly all drunk, just a little left in the bottle, in the bottom. When they took the guy to police custody, he told the officers, I took the boat. I wanted to go meet some Pittsburgh Pirates.
Listen, there was a picture of Skeens with Livy after the game.
On a boat.
On a boat. He probably said, let's go see if we can find Skeens and see if we can see Livy.
Checked on Rainmaker.
I did check on Rainmaker. I sent Rainmaker some hats. I actually talked to Lewis on Monday. And
That's just so mean.
He said, did you hear about this thing? I said, yes. Do you know the guy? No, I don't know the guy. Thank goodness it wasn't Rainmaker Lou. But there's a very good possibility that we might know a guy who was involved.
They're charging him with a felony.
He took the boat.
He's getting charged with a felony for robbing the yacht.
He took the boat. You didn't have to take the boat. I mean, they partied it up. They got nuts. They had booze.
Literally got nuts.
That's what I mean. They got nuts. They had booze hanging out.
Telling the cops.
Must have been such a good party that he just passed out.
Why did you take the boat? I wanted to go meet the Pirates. Where are you going? I don't know. I just wanted to go meet the Pirates. It's my favorite story of the day. I love this story. It's so good. He got wasted and ripped everything up. He had a party eating pistachios.
Summertime makes people crazy. They get hot. Like, hey, man, we could take that big boat. Go see if they're down there after the game. We'll shoot down there.
Did he have a red and black BVB?
I hope not. Take the hat off if you did.
Oh, that's too good. That really is. I love that story.
We need a Pittsburgh show. They'll love it.
A couple of games today. Cole Peterson, Mets, Yankees.
Yeah, this Subway Series bullshit. We got to hear about this.
Not a fan of it?
Ready. This is my Mets City Connect hat.
Oh, you think the Mets today? Oh.
Yeah, this is Mets.
Cole on the road.
Ain't worried about Cole on the road.
Okay.
Give me the plus.
Give me the plus. Home dog. Mets have been hot. Yankees have been inconsistent.
Yeah.
You go with that. There we go. They disagree with you.
TPR, you with me? Question marks. Likes the Yankees. Santana likes the Yankees. That's good. Keep them coming, boys. You can have the Yankees today. I'll take the home team and the plus.
Allen against Irvin. Guardians against Orioles. Big favorite for the Orioles.
I wore the Cleveland stuff today. I broke it out. This is going to be my favorite thing about today.
Oh.
I found this. Look at this patch. 1994 Pittsburgh Pirates All-Star Game patch.
Wow.
1994 jersey. I'll tell you about it. Favorite thing about today. Stay tuned. But it fits. Very excited about that.
Wow.
I like the dog. I like the plus. They won yesterday. They're going to win again today.
And then finally, before better to book it, Minnesota and Arizona. Fat against Ryan. Road favorite. 7.5 road favorite.
I picked this up as well. This is the look at this. Hold on. It says 10,000 lakes on the hat. This is the Minnesota Twins City Connect, the state of Minnesota.
Huh.
I'm not sure. The jury's still out on this SOB. I'm not sure.
I see the Warriors too much.
Oh, I mean, the gold is great. The blue is awesome. It pops and it has
but not
that
for the
little
Twins
logo
though.
Inside.
What's the significance of the colors?
Lakes, blue, water.
Oh, what does
I don't know.
I mean, they're dark blue with lakes too. That's interesting.
Sure. But guys in the chat in the Discord, which you can go to thebvbshow.com and get in our Discord, we're making bets on how soon it would be before Dave had a Minnesota Twin City Connect hat. Cash all tickets before Wednesday, before the end of June. I don't know. You were talking about July 4th, so all of you that bet over, you lost.
Sorry.
I think if you bet over tonight in this game, you'll be okay. And I like Minnesota. That's my first thought.
Better to book it. All right, we're going to the Phillies here, and they are short favorites because they've got Skubal on the mound for the Tigers.
What a pitching matchup.
We got Ranger Suarez on the mound.
A pitching matchup.
I think Skubal's tired. He's lost his last 2 starts, got hit hard the last 2 starts, gave up over 4 runs in both starts, his last 2 on the road, back at home, but the Phillies have been hammering the baseball. Give me Phillies plus 130 on the run line.
I don't know. This is one where, God damn, I can't believe that you can get the Phillies at this cheap price. And
you can bet money line at minus 120, as it was last night.
It's minus 110 right now.
So they're coming in on Skubal. They're betting on Skubal, but I'm going to take this red hot Bryce Harper led offense to hit Skubal.
See, this is one where I think I've seen this for years. You make the mistake of taking the bigger plus and
they win 4-3.
Yes.
Fair.
It's cheap to take the money line.
Yeah, it's a shot.
You're going to bet them, just take the money line, because if it's a 1-run game and you win with the Phillies, you're going to be pissed that you have the run line.
Or bet -1. Find a book that will take -1.
Oh,
don't bet 1.5.
Push, yeah, but I'm good with the money line.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say I booked the run line with Detroit, but I like the Phillies to win because it's Suarez.
Okay, I like the Phillies to win too. And then Dodgers team total over 5.5 against the White Sox.
I don't even know why we're discussing this. We haven't done it. We'll do our first post B-squared play of the day. We got to play this over.
They scored 3-0 yesterday, but this is a good pitcher who's no good.
Yeah,
and the Dodgers offense.
Flexing day. With Gumpy nicknamed it Flexing Day.
Yep.
And he'd call me every time he pitched. Flexing Day. Yep. Well, not now. Now that means bet the other team the total over. So, yes, bet it.
Over 5.5. You can bet a money line, but it's expensive. It's like $250 on the money line for the Dodgers. So it's a bit to get 6 runs out of them. Every game, Flexen has lost every game since May 1st except 1, and the opposing team has scored over 5 runs in every game but 3.
Right. We just got to hope he's around long enough to get to.
Well, the bullpen sucks too. So when Flexen comes in, he'll give up 4 runs. The bullpen would come in, you get 2 or 3 off the bullpen. You'll score 6 or 7 runs just that way. A lot of 6s and 7s.
That this doesn't get over.
Fair. I agree. And then finally, we're going over in the Commissioner's Cup tonight between New York and Minnesota. Over 162.5. This number has flown. It's 165.5 now.
I didn't even know they were playing today.
Yeah, it's a big game in the W.
Big game in the
Commissioner Cup Championship. In-season tournament.
I'll play the book guy on the show. I'll say I'll book it because
against
everybody
this team
seems to be betting the over. Holy crap, it's 163.5 now.
I've saw 65.
163.5, 164, 164, I don't see any 165s yet.
It was, so it's come down. It was I saw it was high this morning at 165.5. I was like, oh, there's 3 points of CLV can garbage.
Damn.
Yes. Is that beast? Did you go with the B squared play for the Dodgers or no?
For the Dodgers team total over, yes.
Yes.
That's a play. That's got to be. I mean, I think that's a good play.
I would agree.
It's been bad. You got to take your shot when you can.
I would agree. Guys, if you're live on YouTube and on Twitter, don't move. We got more to come with everything about today. If you're watching on Sports, listening
too. I saw 2 of them.
And Sirius XM, thank you for being a part of this show. We're back tomorrow. The rest of you guys, stay put. We have bonus time now. We have one super chat.
Okay.
Talking about loving
your
Indians
pullover. Yes, this is not a pullover. Actually, this is a jersey.
Oh, it looks very velvety.
It's shiny.
It looks very like a not a typical jersey type of material.
No, this is actually when Majestic made the jerseys.
Oh,
this is 1994 was how many years ago?
1994? 30 years. Yeah.
30
Sorry,
years.
I'm reading something. Yeah.
The jersey still fits. Are we in favorite thing about today?
We are.
This is one of my favorite jerseys. The All-Star game came to Pittsburgh, and I was living in Pittsburgh, working 3 jobs, all this other stuff. And I went to my first All-Star game fan fest experience. And I was amazed because they had hat displays, baseball card displays, all this history of baseball stuff. I was in heaven. And my brothers weren't home, summer school and something else, whatever he was doing. Nobody would go with me. I went down there by myself and I bought a couple jerseys. This was one of them.
Cool.
And it's the Cleveland stuff. And I actually picked this hat up on my last trip back east. I saw this one and I got these batting practice hats. This one says Indians across the thing like it used to with the uniforms. So it's the whole Cleveland fit. And I knew where it was in the closet this morning. And I was like, you know what? I like Cleveland today. And I said, I wonder if we'll talk about Cleveland. I'm glad it made the rundown. And I said, what do we do after hockey season's over? I put the hockey stuff away. Congratulations, Florida Panthers fans, people that bet it. I got to go pick up a couple tickets today because I had them too. But I said, what am I going to wear today? And I pulled this jersey out. I was like, man, this SOB's 30 years old. I don't think this, I mean, it's pick 'em to fit. And I was like, I've been working. I'm still, I'm close. I put it on and it fit and I felt good. And I'm like, I got something to wear today that's older than half of our audience. And I said, this son of a bitch is my favorite thing about today. I'm putting it on. I'm doing a BBB. Let's go, Cleveland. Let me hear you. All of the Major League stuff. It's still one of the best movies. I think it makes the list for baseball movies. Top 5. Come
on. Today is World Vitiligo Day. June 25th. Eric, I appreciate you writing that. Thank you very much. For those of you guys who don't know, if you've ever seen my hands or you see my head and you go, why is Matt's hair the way Matt's hair is?
Ooh.
My hair is not gray. Everybody thinks my hair is gray. My hair is not gray.
Looks gray in person.
It does, but it's not. It's colorless. 1 in 70 million people, 1% of the world's population is affected by vitiligo. I'm a white, pale, French-skinned dude. For me, it's not a big deal. It was when I was 18 and my hair went gray. It was when I was dyeing my hair for a better part of 12 years because I didn't want to be fully gray like this. I've been like this for years, like literally decades. And I never really had like a, oh my God, I'm dying moment after I went to the doctors and I went to a skin specialist, a dermatologist, and they're like, you have vitiligo. I was like, what the hell is vitiligo? And so for me, it's been a long process. In the summertime here in Vegas, my hands fry because it's no pigment. Like people think my hands are different colors. It's actually because my hands are losing pigment. It's really hard for kids and people of color. And I couldn't imagine what it must be like to have your identity be changing in front of your eyes. And I feel for kids all the time, and it's not talked about a lot. I see kids in Vegas a lot because obviously being outside, we see a lot of kids at the pool and whatnot. Couldn't imagine being like a 14-year-old kid who is Asian, African-American, who is Hispanic, and watching their skin change and how difficult that must be. And it only affects 1 in 70 million. So it's not like it's a widespread thing. And it's not, you don't die from this. It's strictly a cosmetic thing. So it's an autoimmune disease. But when you see people who have it, talk to them about it. They might not like it, but more people who I've talked to with vitiligo, it's easier when people actually just acknowledge it because you can't catch it. It's not like if I shake your hand, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna get it. So it's a different type of disease because it's not one, like no one dies from it. So you don't see like people talking about big, huge like fundraisers for World Vitiligo Day, like help save the kids. That's not what happens.
Right.
So it's just a day that has, I have it, Joe Rogan has it. Been a bunch of people that in the media over the years have kind of come out and said, yes, like they have this, and some people dye their skin. Some people do light therapy. I just kind of said, screw it. Yeah. If you believe that's what happened with Michael Jackson, like there's a big debate in the community, if you will, of people who have vitiligo about what Michael Jackson did, because he bleached his skin to make it all uniform, which is one way of treating vitiligo, but it makes you look completely pale. So like, there's a thought process, like, did he really have it? Did he have it like really bad? Did he have a mental condition where he just went ahead and like I straight one did it? So like, yeah, I have kids on the strip who have stopped me and have asked me, what did you do to your hair? How can I get my hair like that? Like, sorry, kid.
They ask me that all the time.
And I'm like, it's vitiligo, guy. It's autoimmune disease. You don't want this. You don't want what I have. So today is the awareness day of vitiligo. Every June 25th, I like to just acknowledge it and talk about it. If you've ever seen my hands in person, you might be like, what the fuck is wrong with Matt's hands? That's why. It's on my feet. It's on my elbows. It's on my head. It's one of those things where it just covers your body in certain places, and anywhere that you have, like when your hands, you use your hands a lot. So your body attacks the pigment where it is. You can't stop it once it starts. That's part of the problem with it. So it's one day my hand will be completely and totally non-pigmented and you'll have no color, and it'll probably look better, to be quite honest. But yeah, you can't notice. You saw me, Roger, you saw me in March. So in the wintertime, you can't tell at all because I'm pale as fuck anyway. So like,
right.
I'm not like, my brother's the person who tans, not me. Like I don't actually have it the same way. My brother, if he had vitiligo, my brother would have it because he turns like dark in the sun with Italian skin. Yep. I got the French skin. So yeah, and people don't always have it, but you'll see me wearing long sleeve t-shirts out all the time. Like I live in sun shirts here in Vegas, and people are like, why are you wearing a long sleeve shirt? I'm like, because my skin will literally roast in the sun if I'm not covering it when I'm in the sun. And it fucking hurts. Driving when my fingers are on the steering wheel, like it hurts because there's nothing there to stop the UV rays from really like literally roasting my hands. So if you see anybody with it, today is National Vitiligo Day. They may or may not know it, but just as an awareness for today. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate every one of you guys. We got a lot to come this week. Remember, we're off next week, so we got some big shows coming.
Big day tomorrow.
Greg McDermott,
Pacific.
Greg McDermott, head coach of Creighton basketball, will be on the show tomorrow. We'll talk about the school naming their new practice facility after the Greg McDermott and McDermott family. We'll talk about the game here against Oregon in Vegas, NIL, and more about Creighton basketball. They got a big year coming up next season, and coach is a lot of fun. So he'll join us tomorrow on the show. So yeah, like Dave said, we'll probably start around noon
Pacific, 3:00 Eastern.
For Coach
will
Matt.
Be on with us after that.
Yeah, big show tomorrow. Looking forward to having that conversation for us. We are back tomorrow, same place, same time for the Wednesday episode. I will watch Wednesday, by the way.
We'll watch Wednesday
for BVB.